Hi guys, this is Ryan Swanson. I just wanted to take the chance to quickly talk about my new review board project. I'm working on adding smarter update notifications for review requests. So as some context, currently in review board, when a review request falls out of date in the browser relative to what's on the server, the user is given a small update bubble, like the one you see here in the bottom right of my screen. Currently all the data that this gives is that a change has occurred and we are given some basic information by whom. But we can do better than this. The goal of this project is to actually add line-by-line differences with respect to things like diff sets, reviews, and replies, the time they occurred, and by who. In order to do this, we needed actually a way of allowing the client to pass its most recent timestamp to the API. I've actually implemented this, and you can see that in my terminal where I was running this server, my timestamp from my client has been passed to the server. Now, although the implementation is only partway complete, with this timestamp, the API will be able to query review board's database for changes that have occurred in the request since our last update. So things like diff sets, new reviews, and comments with user data, like usernames, will be able to be retrieved. The current bubble will then be expanded to include this information. So the user whose review is now out of date will be able to see specifically who has been commenting on the review request, on which review, and at what time. Once we've got the basic functionality and UI working, the plan is to then introduce mouse over details on the update bubble. Instead of having to update the page, a curious user may just be able to mouse over this update bubble and see exactly what has changed since the review request. So this project's still in its infancy. I'm still fleshing out the implementation details. However, that should at least give you some idea of the end goal. I hope that was informative, and thank you for watching.